Hello, Teach. My name is Phoebe Corcoran, as I'm sure you know. I usually write my essays for this assignment. I'm trying to get an internship over the summer, and when I was recommended for that, I was like, oh, that is scary. That is scary. I can't really do that much. I don't really have that many skills. I just write, I screenwrite, and I'm not even that great at it. So I told myself I need to start video recording more for one, audio recording, mashing them together and edit. So I'm doing this now. Of course, I'm doing this at 10:17. Simon's doing less than 2 hours. I haven't even started recording. I have to edit this whole thing together, which I'm not that great at. I've only edited like one thing in my entire life before. So is now the time to be doing this? Probably not. And when I was writing my little essay, I was like, oh, I really want to do it. I really want to do it. No. Just had a bad week. Just turn it in. Oh, but the experience, but the fun. I'd have fun doing it. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. That's why you're watching this. I'm going to try, there's probably going to be a little bit more of an intro, but I'm going to try and have like the actual essay part be in 3 minutes, so it might be over, but you can skip it if you want. Dr. Erin Hanna, I know your name. I know who you are. I know who you are. You're not just a voice behind a screen anymore. I wanted to do one of these. In addition to getting the experience, I also really like your lectures. I like listening to them. I like your voice. I think you're very funny, and I like the way you go through the information. I also put it on like times 2 speed, so I feel a little bad that I don't really listen to your specific voice that much. I listen to it sped up, but I figured probably looking at my horrible writing is probably boring, so maybe this might excite your life, but maybe you don't want it excitement. This is week 8. Maybe you're like, just let me look at my pages so I can get through this term because we're almost to summer. I don't know what's going on in the life of a teacher. I don't even know what's going on in the life of a doctor. You think I know what's going on in the life of a doctor? Heck to the no. I'm in my roommate's room, actually. Not my own room. This is not my room, because my room, our bathroom flooded a little bit, and I got into my carpet a little bit, and I actually need to start moving out in a couple days to a different apartment. So this will be my roommate no longer. So if the video is not turned in on time, that is why. It is not my fault. Even though I had the whole rest of the week to deal with it, but I'll send you pictures so that you believe me, so it's not just like, oh, I'm just trying to blah 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 blah. I don't know where I was going with that. Let's get into the actual meat of this essay, because I'm sure you want to grade this and move on with your life so that you don't have to waste all of your time looking at my face. So this week, after watching the lecture on the multicultural era, I watched episode 4 of The Simpsons. The reason I picked this show is because it's a favorite of one of my childhood best friends. I've never watched it before, so I kind of figured that it could give us something to talk about. But honestly, watching this show helped me to understand the lecture's material way more than any discussion I'd have with him. The first thing I noticed about this episode was its depiction of Homer Simpson's boss as a greedy, egotistical, wealthy man with apathy for all of his workers, and his power plant in view of his own house, reminding me of The Lion King, where the leader lion, I haven't watched The Lion King in so long, where the leader lion says that everything you see is under like our domain, under our control. And also his power plant is as far away as possible on the horizon, and yet everything is still under his control. He kind of dictates everything. I felt it related back to the main part of this unit's history, the diversity of networks that started with cable. Critiquing the establishment became more accessible due to less government oversight and regulation. At the same time, it was easier to find that specific audience of government critiquers instead of having to cater to the general public. This is also related to the depiction of the Simpsons family in general. They are a classic depiction of a nuclear family, except all of their stereotypical traits are exacerbated to the point of parody. Homer is a well-meaning idiot of a father, although less so in this episode than the usual TikToks I see. Marge is a clueless, passive housewife. Bart is the classic troublemaker, and Lisa is the smart, rebellious daughter. The baby's the baby. I don't really know her name yet. This deepening of their personalities is aided and perhaps guided by the animation form that the show takes. The final result is a critique of that American image of the traditional nuclear family. Even the characters themselves don't feel like they live up to the proper expectations. Now, with cable TV, they no longer have to. And that is my Module 6 screening response. The Simpsons and Multicultural Cable. I hope you liked it, Dr. Hanna. Hopefully I can get it out in time. It's about 10:40-ish right now. Oh, I have to do the quiz too. I better go work on that right now. Anyways, I had a lot more fun doing this than writing, even though I had to write it first too. I feel like saying it out loud actually helped the paper feel better too. Shout out to my roommate Ethan for letting me use his room without his knowledge. I would use mine, but there is a gigantic dehumidifier in my room, constantly going. You can probably hear the fan in the background. That's because it was really hot. Just imagine that, but like 3 times worse. Yeah, my next screening response should be way better than this. So I should have more time. I should be more excited about doing it. And time, I already said time. Maybe I'll have more time to throw in edits. Like cooler, funkier edits. Am I going to put music over this, or is it just going to be dry? I don't know. I just got here. I don't know what's going on. What happened to my headroom? I'm supposed to have headroom. It's okay. Anyways, signing out.